Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. South Korea is very close to the United States. In some matters, they have always sided with the United States and curry favor with the United States. This move is inseparable from South Korean Prime Minister Yoon Suk-yeol's gesture of being close to the United States. Prime Minister Yoon Suk-yeol officially embarked on a 7-day trip to the United States some time ago. According to news reports, he once wrote down his English speech until midnight because he was going to give a lecture in the United States. From this point, it can be seen that Yoon Suk-yeol is loyal to the United States, and Yoon Suk-yeol also followed in the footsteps of the United States, saying that Taiwan is a worldwide problem. Yoon Suk-yeol made a series of big mistakes. Some Korean companies said, China has lost 25 billion orders from China. Since Yoon Suk-yeol came to power, he has been controversial, not only abroad, but also in Korea. He has been scolded bloody by Koreans. What Yoon Suk-yeol did made the Koreans lose face. In March, Yoon Suk-yeol established a fund called Third-Party Compensation Plan to compensate people who were forced to work in South Korea under Japanese colonial rule. Originally, this matter should be handled by Japan, but Yoon Suk-yeol shifted the responsibility to South Korea. The move sparked strong outrage among the South Korean people, while Yoon Suk-yeol's salute to the Japanese flag during his visit to Japan also sparked an uproar in South Korean business circles. Such humiliating diplomacy is also a manifestation of the United States for Yoon Suk-yeol. Everyone knows that the United States has always been monitoring all countries in the world, and even its allies will be monitored. Earlier, the U.S. Pentagon once again broke the wiretapping incident, and South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol defended the U.S. with unwarranted reasons. South Korea is also the target of U.S. surveillance, but Yoon Suk-yeol insists on negotiating with the United States, which shows that it is not easy for Yoon Suk-yeol to want to be an enemy of the United States. Even when it comes to Taiwan, Yoon Suk-yeol thinks it is a worldwide problem. This kind of statement is the same as that of the United States. Elevating other people's internal affairs to a higher level is obviously a conspiracy. Of course, China will not let Yoon Suk-yeol wish. Yoon Suk-yeol's fanfare is presumably because of the preparation for this visit. Some time ago, Mr. Yoon Suk-yeol will go to the United States for a 7-day trip within a week. During this period, Mr. Yoon Suk-yeol will give a speech in the U.S. Congress. Therefore, Yoon Suk-yeol spent time practicing English speech, just to make a good impression in front of Americans. Needless to say, Yoon Suk-yeol's friendly gesture towards the United States will cause Yoon Suk-yeol unwarranted disaster. For the United States, there are no real friends, but only eternal friends. In order to achieve their own goals, they can steal the other party's information and even drive the other party into the water. And China's counterattack also launched. Yoon Suk-yeol was in trouble, and Korean companies lost a large number of orders. Thanks to the surge in exports of new energy vehicles, there is a large demand in the shipping industry. Large ships have always been the target of many countries. China has won 24 ship contracts worldwide, with a total value of 25 billion yuan. Originally, the Korean company was expecting to get this batch of goods, but they didn't get anything. Some South Korean companies said that China lost the $25 billion large order. When the trade deficit between China and South Korea changes, the trade between South Korea and China will change, and this may be just the beginning. Over the past 5 years, South Korea's exports to China have surpassed its imports, reaching $5.5 billion. This shows that South Korean companies profit more from China's market, while China relies more on South Korean imports. But now it is China that generates a surplus with South Korea, and China exports more to South Korea than South Korea exports to China. This means that China has made money in the Korean market, while Korean companies' sales in China are declining. What happened? This is largely because South Korea followed the example of the United States. Korean companies such as Samsung and SK follow the regulations of the United States and will not export high-end chips to China. It has also had a certain impact on South Korea's semiconductor product exports. China is South Korea's largest chip exporter, accounting for nearly half of South Korea's product exports. Once the chip export regulations to China are amended at will, it will be South Korea itself that will be impacted. Samsung's operating profit plummeted 96% in the first quarter, and that's evident. If Yinxia continues to follow the United States and insists on going his own way, then South Korea will be in danger. The United States will not care about the life and death of South Korean companies. Even if Samsung's income drops, the United States will not change its mind, and will even force Samsung to do what they want. South Korea may not only lose 25 billion yuan of Chinese ship orders, but also a huge consumer market. The Chinese market has always been open, and what kind of cooperation opportunities they can get depends on their own strength. But at the same time, there must be full and sincere participation in order to allow Chinese consumers to make the right choice. It will be even more difficult for South Korean companies to regain their trade surplus with China. If you agree with the video, please like it, welcome to Forward, leave a message and share.